Now, whenever I build a house, I use a lot of build hacks, and in this video, I'm going to show you all my favorites. Hello guys, it is K-Spade, and welcome back to my channel. Now, as I said, I am going to be giving you my favorite build tips in this video. And most of the build tips I will be giving you are actually in my new house that I am building. But before we get onto this video, I do just want to say I do have a Discord that you can join, and that is for if you would like to be in build battles, if you want to chat in there, or be in any of my future videos, but the link will be in the description below. And let's get straight on into this video. Now, my first one is custom windows. Now, I will just show you one of the custom windows that I use on my house if I get rid of the curtain, and this is one of them. This one is pretty simple to do. I did just add some structural beams on the outside to this, but this is so much better than using a normal window, and I will put them side by side to show you. So the most similar window I could find was this one, and as you can see, this window does have a lot more detail than this window, so I would definitely recommend doing this, and I will show you how I do that window. So you can use this window, which is the clear window, and basically all you're going to want to do is with structurals, you're going to want to just copy how I've kind of done this. And again, your window can be any size. I have gone and done this one a bit smaller, but you're just going to want to start by doing one across like that, and you're going to do one in the middle. Now, I haven't centered this very well, so you are going to have to use the transform tool just to push this to the side. And then when you have this, you're going to want to use a smaller beam, and then you're going to go across just like this, and then I'm going to go down two. So there is the first line, and then doing the second line is like that, and you will just need to color all this in with the same color as the window, and you'll get your own custom window. You can also do what I did. It isn't really necessary, but just using these again and just going around the window 3 times will give you this look. And the next one is bedding. Now, I would say custom beds, but I don't always use custom beds, so I'm going to go with bedding. Now, I'm just going to use this bed, as this bed is actually very realistic in my opinion once it has pillows and bedding on it. But what I'm going to tell you is don't ever keep your beds like this. Now, the easiest thing to do is literally just search bedding and it will come up, and then you're going to want to use a single one, as this is a single bed. And then what I do, because obviously it was a bit overlapping, I just kind of get it to the point where I want it, so something like that. And then you're going to want to get pillows, and I will insert a picture on the screen. I'm typing it in the wrong place, but I will insert a picture of how you are meant to place pillows on a bed, and you can use this in Bloxburg. And you can obviously resize these and make them how big you want, and all I would do is then copy that and then do the same. And then I am going to place a main pillow in the middle, and then obviously you can use the transform tool for free, I think, with pillows, and then you can just move them to however you would like it. So this is how the bed is currently looking, and you can obviously add like a little kind of decoration pillow to go with it too. And the last thing I like to use is blankets, so you can actually use a blanket, and obviously I will need to resize this because that is absolutely huge. And then obviously I do like to bring mine down past the bed so it looks like that, but this is how the bed looks, and I'm now going to color it. And here is how the bed looks in the end. It looks a lot better than the bed did before. And the next one is decal rugs. You may have seen a lot of these as they are very trendy, but I will show you how I do these. So you are going to want to get a transparent cube and desize it, and then you are going to want to make it the smallest you possibly can. Then you're going to want to place the painting onto the cube if it goes on. Now, for the carpet, you can just search up carpet on the picture and you will find a ton. And you're going to want to now use the transform tool, and then you're going to want to pick it up and take it to wherever you would like the carpet to be. So say if I wanted my carpet in here, what you'd basically do is just switch it around so it's facing the ceiling, and then obviously you would place it into the floor. Make sure it doesn't go through the floor and that you can see it, and then you would have something like this. And then once you've placed it, you can go ahead and resize it to however and how big you want it. And the next one we are going to move on to is also to do with decals, and this is decal wallpaper. So for instance, if you do get a painting and you put a wallpaper on it, you will get something like this. Now I'm just going to shrink that because it is way too high. But the way obviously you do this, as I said, you would go to decorations, go to frames, and you're going to want to get this one right here, or this one. I mainly use this one as it's much easier to use, but you just basically would place that, and then you could go on TikTok or anywhere and search in a wallpaper decal, and you will get something like this when you type it in. Obviously you need to resize it to however the shape of your wall is, and then you will have that. And all you would need to do is copy it, but some wallpapers don't really match up, which is completely fine. You can just have them where they don't match up, as it isn't too obvious, and you just kind of go along your whole wall with that, and it makes your build look 10 times better. And the next one is to do with kitchen counters and cabinets, and this one is basically putting structurals on your cabinets. Now for this you are going to have to use the standard rod, and we are going to use this size, which is the first one. And with this you're just going to find where the kind of middle is on the kitchen counter. I will show you what it looks like before I do this. So here is what they look like before the hack, and then here is what they look like after, but I will show you how I do this. Like I said, you're going to want to do that in kind of the middle-ish. It doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle, as you can't really tell, but after you've done your first like square, you're just going to do one inside of it just like that, and just do the same thing again. And as you can see, it looks like that, and all you would do is do the exact same on this side, and that is how that looks. And for the cabinets, for this one I just do a long line just like that, and for this one you just kind of do like a rectangle on the bottom, not that far, and then it should look something like that. I don't know what is going on right now and why it keeps messing up. Okay, so I finally did it, but there we go. And you'd basically do the same on the other side, and that is how you would get custom cabinets and custom counters. And the next thing is a decal plant, which as you can see here I haven't done yet, so I do need to add a decal plant onto that, but I will show you how to do it. I say I haven't done any, there is one here, so I will show you how to do those. So with these, what you're going to want to do is, as you can see at the back of here, there is a transparent cube. Now this one isn't D-sized. Oh, and these are very expensive to do, so make sure you have money. But as you can see, this is a transparent cube, and I've just resized it a bit more higher than what it usually is. Now this is my decal plan. This is a square two-sided decal. If you do the one-sided, you won't be able to see behind it, so it would look like this at the front and then nothing at the back. It would basically disappear. So you basically want to have this, and you can find decal plants on TikTok if you type them in, and you'll find any, and you can add these to your garden, and they generally bring it so much more realism than the plants that we have in Bloxburg. And I have added this one, which I really love, on the actual house, and this is basically the same as that. All I did with this one is just grabbed the cube and I basically just placed it on the house. So if I try and do it over here, this is going to look terrible because it's not even meant to go here. Oh, I'm using the wrong way to turn it. And then if we just press it back and just try and like work with it, I guess, and there you go. That's kind of how it would look on the wall. You just kind of need to fit it into place and stuff, but that is how I got it on the wall. And the next one is for roofing. As you can see, I do have these white beams on my roof, as they just bring out the roof so much more, including these ones too, and I will show you how to do that. Now for this, you are going to go into structurals, and you're going to want to use the biggest beam there is, and you're going to want to go to the corner and drag it up to the middle, and then from here you're going to find the top of this one and then pull it down, and it should look something like that. And then all you need to do is just color this, and this goes along for the rest of the roof. You'd basically just copy the bottom. So obviously if I just show you, you would copy it here, and then you would place it there and drag it all the way to the other side. And this is pretty similar too, so I will show you how to do that. Now what I use for the top bit is a wall trim, so you're going to need that. And then what I also do is I also use the square beam as well. So once you have something that looks like this, you are going to want to grab the smaller beams. So these ones are the standard square beams, and you're going to want to find where the middle kind of is. And I like to do the one that goes straight up first, so something like that. And as you can see, I didn't really get it in the middle. So I've now found the middle. I'm just going to try and place it where it needs to be. And it looks like that. And then what I do from here is I get where the sides are, and then I just pull them out to where I would like them to be and do the exact same on the other side. And as you can see, they are already looking so much more realistic and add so much more to your roof than it just being plain. Now, you may or may have not have noticed that this isn't actually a fence you can get in the game. This is what I call a candle fence, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So all you're going to need to do is type in candles, and the one you are going to want is this one, which is pretty cheap. Now, the main thing to do, oh, I've placed one there. The main thing you're going to want to do with this is color it so it's not as bright. You can keep it bright if you want, but I like to keep mine quite dark and then obviously make the rest of it white. So it should look something like this, and don't worry about this because you won't even see it. But the way I like to do it is I kind of just spread them like this. And now you are going to want to get a basic shape and kind of make a little fence line. And all you would need to do is just do another one of these connecting like a barrier, if that makes sense. And it should look something like this. And this looks very similar to this one. And this is what it looks like coloured. And I'll definitely do this if you want a custom fence. And this one is a pretty easy one, and it is stairs on your porch. You can also do this inside, which I will show you. This is currently how the inside looks from the stairs on the porch. Now, I'm not going to make a whole new porch to show you guys this, but I will show you how to do it. So you are going to want to get a cube and desize it, but make sure it kind of looks like a little step. Now, once you have something like this, you're going to want to copy it and do the same, and also desize this one till you kind of reach the floor. So this is how it would look, and it does just add a load of realism to your porches and your house. And the last one, as you can see in here and also in here, if I try and show you, is custom wall trims. So this is pretty easy in my opinion to do. You just kind of want to get it so it's even in between two squares. So you're going to want to get this rectangular cube and this small round rod, and with this just go around the whole cube. So it should look something like this. And now what you're going to do is just put a middle part so you know how to separate these. They don't need to be perfect as they aren't very obvious of where they are, and all you want to do is just basically, that's way too high, is do two squares in the middle of where you've done this. And then on the inner one you're going to want to do the same. And that is how that would look, and obviously you would copy it to the rest of them and you would get something that looks like this, and you can just use this and put it anywhere you want in your house as a wall trim. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, then please make sure to subscribe, but let me know in the comments your favorite build hacks, and I have linked my TikTok, my Instagram and my Discord on the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.